Every level of Speedsters explained. Level 1, the human Speedsters. The bottom of the barrel, the weakest of the weak. The people marvel, or reality, tries to convince you are fast, when really they're just slightly more athletic than your average Uber driver. These are the characters who get dramatic chase scenes, intense music, shaky cam, and are still moving at a glorified jog. Not sprinting, not dashing, just a responsible time management jog. The kind you do when you're late, but still pretending you're fine.
Starting with the funniest example ever filmed. I Show Speed versus Ashton Hall. That wasn't a race, that was a live-action roast. Speed Zaid, whose whole identity is literally speed, destroyed Ashton Hall, the sparkling water morning routine guy that loves running like a taco truck. Zero powers, zero technique, peak level 1 behavior. Then the EU trio. Kate Bishop sprinting like she's late for a hobby class, Hawkeye running with "My joints are screaming" energy, and Black Widow doing chase scenes where the cameraman is low-key faster than she is. Marvel shoots them like Olympic legends, but if you clock their actual speed, they're losing to a Toyota Corolla merging onto the freeway. Level 1 speedsters all share the same traits. Fast for a human, great cardio, decent reflexes, can slide under a garage door. Completely useless when a real speedster shows up. They look dramatic, but they're all style, no horsepower. The 4K push-up video of speed. But don't laugh too hard. This is just the kiddie pool of velocity. Level 2. That's when cardio gets enhanced. Level 2, track stars with trauma. The first real upgrade from humans doing basic cardio. These aren't super speedsters yet, but they're definitely running faster than your average guy at Planet Fitness. Think Olympic sprinters on illegal substances mixed with childhood trauma and government experimentation. These are the heroes who actually look fast, until a real speedster enters the scene and embarrasses everyone. Starting with Captain America. The man who runs like the wind owes him money. His "on your left" scene? Iconic. But in reality, he's running at what, 30 to 40 miles per hour? Impressive, sure, but if a cheetah pulled up, Cap is instantly mid-tier. When he chases cars, Marvel never mentions those cars are going 18 miles per hour through traffic. Then there's Black Panther, who doesn't run. He glides like friction is afraid of him. Enhanced senses, enhanced muscles, enhanced cardio. He sprints faster than trucks, jumps higher than logic, and lands softer than a cat raised in a luxury penthouse. Still, he's no speedster. He's just elite athleticism with Wakandan upgrades. Winter Soldier rounds out the trio, running fast only when he's angry. Bucky sprints like someone who remembered he left an oven on. Fast? Yes. Superhuman? Yes. Reality breaking? Absolutely not. Level 2 speedsters share the same traits. Peak human plus enhancements. Bullet dodging if the shooter is sloppy. Car chasing with fine print. Intense running faces. They look fast. They feel fast. But they're still in the super athlete tier. Because level 3, that's where speed becomes cinematic disrespect. Level 3, the slow-mo specialists. The moment speed stops being enhanced cardio and becomes, please pause the world while I fix things. These are the characters who live in slow motion, whose every scene looks like a music video and who make explosions feel like they're running on Windows XP. The king of level 3 is easily Fox Quicksilver. This man doesn't run. He vibes through frozen time like he's editing the scene himself. Bullets? Stopped. Explosions? Paused. Humans? Stuck making the dumbest faces imaginable. Pietro is basically a walking Photoshop warp tool, until the studio runs out of VFX budget and suddenly he's jogging like he forgot his inhaler. Then there's MCU Quicksilver, the limited edition version. He's fast, he's flashy, he's fun, and he's also the only speedster in history to lose a race to bullets. He died running in a straight line. A line. Peak level 3 tragedy. Beginner Kid Flash is the mascot of inconsistency. One moment he's outrunning lightning, the next he's getting clotheslined by a cardboard box. He's the definition of "I'm fast, but please don't ask for too much." Level 3 speedsters all share the same toolkit. Bullet time reflexes, slow motion flex scenes, explosions. They walk around like interior decorators. Enough speed to embarrass humans. Not enough to bend actual reality. They're flashy, they're stylish, they're the highlight reel, but they're still entry level. Because level 4? That's when speed stops being cinematic and starts becoming dangerous. Level 4, the true speedsters. The level where running stops being impressive and starts becoming a public safety hazard. This is when speedsters finally unlock real abilities. Lightning trails, sonic booms, phasing through walls, and accidentally traumatizing civilians by appearing out of thin air. Let's start with C.W. Barry Allen, Season 1 to 2, before the show turned into a weekly emotional intervention. This Barry was raw, powerful, and actually learning how to use his speed. He ran across oceans, vibrated through walls, outran lightning on Tuesdays, and still got beaten by villains because his self-esteem was set to low. But power-wise, he was legit. Then there's young Justice Wally West, the lovable underdog. Fast enough to save teammates, fast enough to blitz villains, fast enough to create heat by vibrating, but not fast enough to avoid emotional damage. He's strong, reliable, and perpetually exhausted. Comic Quicksilver, Standard Edition, rounds out the group. He's fast enough to dodge beams, fast enough to steal your lunch in a microsecond, and annoyed at humanity for talking too slowly. He's not time traveling yet, but he's absolutely disrespecting physics. Level 4 speedsters can run on water, dodge bullets after they're fired, vibrate through solid objects, generate shockwaves, save entire crowds before anyone blinks. They're powerful, inconsistent, and dangerous in the best way. But level 5, that's when speedsters stop breaking rules and start breaking timelines. Level 5, the Time Breakers. The moment a speedster becomes less of a hero and more of a walking continuity violation. These are the runners who don't just move fast, they move so fast they accidentally delete seasons, rewrite childhoods, and force writers to start sweating. Let's begin with C.W. Barry Allen, the timeline terrorist. Early Barry ran to save people. This Barry runs because he's sad. One bad day, time travel, one argument, time travel. Didn't like how lunch tasted? Yep, timeline reset. Barry has caused more alternate realities than any villain. The real big bad of the Flash isn't Zoom, Reverse Flash, or Savitar. It's Barry's emotions. Then we have Reverse Flash, the king of petty time manipulation. This man weaponizes speed and spite in equal measure. He will run back in time just to ruin your day, your childhood, your future career, and your family tree. Every moment of your life is a side quest for him. Zoom? That's not even a character. That's a horror movie glitch given legs. He vibrates reality like his existence is buffering. And Pete Quicksilver goes from fast to, I live in permanent slow motion. He's perceiving time so quickly, it's basically an endless waiting room for him. Abilities at this level include time travel, accidental plus reckless, temporal clones, erasing people by sprinting too hard, breaking cause and effect like it's a hobby. Level 5 speedsters don't save timelines. They ruin them. Level 6, the multiversal speed gods, where speedsters stop being characters and start being energy problems. These are the beings who don't just run fast. They exist fast. They're not outrunning bullets or lightning anymore. They're outrunning universes, dimensions, and occasionally the plot. Starting with Savitar, the armored glitch demon. He doesn't run on the ground, Himisach. He runs through reality like he's speed hacking the universe. Every step looks like the screen is lagging. Savitar isn't a person. He's a corrupted file. Then we have Godspeed, who basically said, sharing the speed force? Absolutely not. He kills other speedsters just to absorb their velocity like some speed vampire. He creates clones of himself because one Godspeed wasn't annoying enough. Max Mercury is the wise monk of momentum, the speed sensei. He doesn't chase speed, he communes with it. He talks to the speed force like it's his therapist. And the speed force avatars? These aren't runners. These are literal embodiments of motion. They're ideas wearing costumes. Abilities at this level include jumping between universes by running slightly harder, becoming pure lightning, communicating across existence instantly, phasing into higher planes, outrunning conceptual threats. These beings are past the point of being fast. They're metaphysical accelerators, speed philosophies, cosmic blur gods. But even this isn't the apex, because level 7, that's where speed becomes infinite and terrifying. Level 7, the Flash Prime tier, the crown of all velocity. This is where speed isn't a number, isn't an ability, isn't even a force. At this level, speed is a religion, and these characters are its gods. Let's begin with Wally West at full potential, the man who looked at the universe's speed limit and said, cute. Wally outran the Big Bang, outran entropy, outran death itself. At full power, Wally doesn't run through time. He runs above it. This is not a speedster. This is the embodiment of go mode. Next, Barry Allen inside the Speed Force, where he stops being a guy with lightning powers and becomes a sentient energy field. Barry perceives past, present, and future like he's flipping through a photo album. He's not fast anymore. He's omnipresent with cardio. Then there's the Black Flash, the Grim Reaper of speedsters. He doesn't chase you. He claims you. He is the inevitability that even infinite speed can't escape. And finally, Source Wall Flash levels, where Flash becomes something beyond storytelling, pure narrative acceleration. He runs through universes like hallways and outruns existence like it's a treadmill warm-up. Abilities here include infinite speed, omnipresent perception, outrunning death, dying, physics, and plot, becoming raw Speed Force consciousness. These are not speedsters, these are cosmic functions. But even they aren't the final authority, because level 8 erases them with a pen. Bonus level 8, the writers, the real supreme beings of the speedster cosmos. Forget the Speed Force, forget Wally outrunning death, forget Barry becoming pure lightning. None of that matters because the fastest entity in any universe is a writer with a deadline. Writers don't run fast, they declare fast. They decide who's fast, how fast, and whether they suddenly forget how to run. Because the plot needs tension. Infinite speed gods? Too bad. A writer can nerf them instantly by saying, he's tired today. Writers can erase entire timelines with one rewrite. Delete characters because the arc wasn't working. Buff villains for dramatic effect. Add emotional trauma because the show needed depth. Make someone outrun the Big Bang on Monday and lose to a staircase on Tuesday. The Speed Force? Optional. Causality? Decorative. Power scaling? Irrelevant. A writer can destroy a multiverse because marketing said, we need a reboot. They can kill a speedster because the actor wanted a pay raise. They can invent a new type of speed just because they were bored. At 2 a.m., level 7 speedsters are infinite. Level 8 writers are final. You cannot outrun the pen. You cannot escape the script. You cannot blitz the person who decides if you exist. And that is why the writers are the true fastest beings alive. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the complete levels of speedsters. From joggers pretending to be fast, all the way to infinite speed gods who outrun time itself, only to get nerfed by a writer eating cold pizza at 3 a.m. Speedsters can break sound barriers, timelines, and entire universes, but they will never outrun the plot. So tell me in the comments, what level does your favorite speedster belong to? And be honest, most of us are level 1 in real life. Thanks for watching. Stay fast, but not faster than the writers.